Hello and welcome to Play PKN, the weekly video bulletin of the top news stories on PKN Packaging News, Australia's media hub for the packaging industry. I'm PKN's publisher, Lindy Hewson, and this week's bulletin is brought to you by KM Packaging, specialists in high-performance lidding films and shaped pre-made pouches. Well, as lockdown continues in Sydney and Melbourne, the packaging industry isn't missing a beat. Making headlines this week, eco startup ZeroCo has kicked off a $4.3 million crowdsourced funding campaign, asking Australians to support its next growth phase as it seeks to tackle the global single-use plastic problem. Now, in just under 10 months since its launch, ZeroCo has signed up over 40,000 Aussie households and has recently reached monthly sales of over $1 million. Now, as ZeroCo founder Mike Smith and his small Byron Bay-based team seek to expand the zero-waste product range and enter the global market in 2022, ZeroCo is asking loyal customers and all of Australia to invest in its audacious mission. The public have until 10 p.m. on Monday the 18th of October to register their interest and to get access to ZeroCo's first shareholder offering on Tuesday the 19th of October. ZeroCo, as you know, has implemented an Australian-first closed-loop supply chain where products are delivered carbon negative direct to customers' doors. Customers simply empty their refill pouches into reusable forever bottles and then send them back in a reply-paid envelope to be cleaned, refilled and reused for a lifetime. Now, you may know or not know that I featured Mike Smith in episode 39 of the PKN podcast, but if you missed it, you can find it on our website. Just search podcast. It's a great story and really well told by Mike. Another program on an exciting new phase of growth is Cleanaway's Laverton Material Recovery Facility, a MRF, in Melbourne, which will see $1 million invested in new equipment to increase recycling of plastic, a great boost for plastic recovery. According to Cleanaway's Chief Operating Officer, Brendan Gill, the equipment investment, which has been supported to the tune of $500,000 of funding from Sustainability Victoria, will enable the separation of plastics such as coloured PET bottles and plastic trays typically used for meat and fruit from mixed residual plastic, reducing the volumes of plastic that is now currently being sent to landfill and increasing the recovery of valuable commodities. Previously, coloured PET was sold overseas with other plastics like high-density polyethylene and polypropylene before the bans on exports of mixed plastics came into effect on the 1st of July. As the first Australian operator of a MRF to secure a license to export single polymer plastics, Cleanaway will sell the green or coloured PET to processors offshore and in Australia. Clear PET, recovered from Laverton, will be sent to the $45 million PET pelletizing facility currently being built at Albury, New South Wales, to produce plastic resin for use in manufacturing new plastic containers. Another plastic recycling initiative to hit the headlines this week comes from Woolworths Group's partnership with Australian plastic recycling startup called Samsara to bring the potential of infinite recycling to life and to the Woolworths supermarket shelves, with plans to trial a new technology in Woolworths' own brand packaging over the next 2 years. Now, the technology has been created in partnership with researchers at Australian National University and CSIRO-founded Main Sequence. And Samsara uses the technology to break down plastics with enzymes, allowing the conversion of 5,000 tons approximately of recycled plastic into Woolworths' own brand packaging, and thus avoiding virgin plastic being used. Starting with packaging such as the containers used for its own brand mini tomatoes, Woolworths Group will work with Samsara to take its technology from the lab to its supermarkets, with the first Samsara packaging expected to hit Woolworths shelves in the next 2 years. Great achievement. Woolworths Group CEO Brad Banducci has said, "We will continue to work hard to reduce plastic packaging, but where we can't cut it out altogether, we can use Samsara to make products plastic neutral, that is 100% recycled and 100% recyclable." Fantastic initiative. Now, moving on from tomato packs to rice packaging, Mars Food Australia has released Ben's original rice products with refreshed branding, refreshed packaging, and a 5-year commitment for a portion of the brand's profits to go to support disadvantaged communities in Australia. The product is available in 28 flavours, and the packaging is recyclable through the Red Cycle program, with the back of its pack carrying the ARL logo, as you can see there, and instructions for consumers on how to use Red Cycle. The company has a commitment that all of its packaging will be reusable, compostable, or recyclable by 2025. Good work, Mars Food. Lastly, a reminder of the final session in the APPMA's Digital Lunchtime series today, in which Industry 4.0 evangelist John Broadbent will run through a case study of the smart factory implementation at the Australian Packaging Services Division of Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific Partners. You can go online, register for this free event on APPMA.com.au. Don't miss out. If you're in manufacturing thinking of Industry 4, this is the thing to listen to. If you want to dig deeper on today's stories, head to our easy-to-navigate website, packagingnews.com.au. And that's the wrap from me for this week. Thanks for watching as ever, and do stay safe.